Hey, what is going on, guys? Today we're at another lecture on my YouTube channel, Pietism. Today I'm gonna talk about the mystery of British Israelism. Now, this is a subject that I've written a number of blog posts about, and it's a subject that has been occupying me for a while, but I haven't fully explicated it. I really highly recommend, I strongly recommend the videos of Yair Davidi in his YouTube channel about the mysteries, the implications of the descent of the British peoples from the tribes of Israel. But today I'm going to talk about more biblical, esoteric aspects that are usually not noticed by most people. So first of all, I'm going to talk about a specific verse in Psalm 48, which is second verse in Psalm 48, the King James Bible, and it says, "Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth, Mount Zion on the sides of the north, the city of the great King." Now, what this verse means is that it identifies Mount Zion with the sides of the north, which in Hebrew is the Arketei Tzafon. It's a term that means the ends of the north, or the edges of the north, or the corners of the north, or the sides of the north. What this refers to is first of all, it makes no sense, because we know that the land of Israel is symbolically on the southern part of the world, while Babylon is to the north. So why, and we also know that this term, the sides of the north, Arketei Tzafon, is used to qualify Magog in the book of Ezekiel. So why is Mount Zion said to be on the sides of the north? So the normal rabbinic excuse for that formulation of the verse is that Mount Zion is upon the northern side of the ancient, the old city in Jerusalem, the ancient holy city. But this excuse is not sufficient. We have to look into, first of all, the signification of the Arketei Tzafon, the sides of the north, which in Greek, in a liberal translation, is Hyperborea. Now, Hyperborea refers to a land that is upon the edges of the north, on the ends of the north. That is the literal meaning of Hyperborea. And certain ancient historians have identified this Hyperborea, this hidden northern land, with Britain, and with the British Isles, and with the island of Thule. So you understand that while the location of Zion is physically or literally Jerusalem and the location of Solomon's temple, esoterically and spiritually we understand Zion is located in Hyperborea or Thule. So we now understand. Now we need to look into the entire signification of the north in the Bible to understand better what it implicates. First of all, the term north, Tzafon in Hebrew, means also a hidden thing. That is the etymological connection between hiding and north in Hebrew, Tzafon and Tzafun. Now it is understood that Hyperborea is a hidden land of gold, because in Job 37, verse 22, it is written, gold cometh out of the north. Now, in the King James Bible, it's translated as fair weather cometh out of the north, but the Hebrew term for fair weather is zahav, which literally means gold. So understand the north as a domain of abundance or richness. Now, this is why it is told in the Talmud that if you want to become rich, you need to go to the north. If you want to become wise, you need to go to the south, because the north is the place of abundance. It is the place where the gold is hidden. That is what is written in Psalm 31, verse 19, when it's written, "Oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast treasured, Safanta, for them that fear thee." Now, the word for thou hast treasured, Safanta, is etymologically rooted in the word Safon, north, or hiding. So, what is the connection between the gold, the hidden gold, or the treasure, and the north that is Britain? we need to stress out, first of all, the entire implication of the northern kingdom of Israel, which is the signification of the north. Why is it the signification of the north? First of all, because the two tribes that govern the kingdom of Israel are Ephraim and Dan. They're the significant tribes in the kingdom of Israel, among the 10 lost tribes. Now, in the four banners of Israel, in the book of Numbers, chapter 2, Ephraim and Dan are the west and the north of the tabernacle. Now, the north, we know, is where the golden weather cometh out of, in Job 37. Now, so what we understand is that the gold is associated with the north, but the gold is also the gold of the golden calf, Ephraim's ox, because Ephraim in Deuteronomy 33 verse 17 is identified with the ox. It is written, his glory is like the firstling of the firstborn ox. So this identifies Ephraim typologically with the golden calf. So the golden calf the gold is associated with Ephraim as well, and the ox, which is the type of the calf and the Ephraim's ox, is in rabbinic lore the northern living creature in the Tetramorph viewed by Ezekiel in Ezekiel chapter 1. So we associate the ox, the gold, the north, and Ephraim and Dan all together. Now, why is Ephraim also identified or having an affinity with Dan? Because the word for rear guard in Numbers 10, verse 15, Dan is called the rear guard of all the camp. And the word for rear guard in Hebrew, Me'asef, has the same etymological root as Joseph, which is Asaph. As is written in Genesis 30, when Rachel names Joseph, she says, "He hath taken away my reproach." The word for taken away, Asaph, is the root of both Joseph and Me'asef, rear guard. Now, how do all those things connect to modern day the Anglo-American world in our modern period? Well, Ephraim is blessed by Jacob to be the multitude of nations. So this connects him to the golden calf, which is the idol, which is modeled after the idols of the Gentiles. So we understand Ephraim is associated with the Gentiles. Now, moreover, Babylon in Isaiah 14 is called the Golden City. So we understand the Golden City as the city of the north, the city of Ephraim, of Dan, and that is in another way, we can understand it as the United States of America, which is the multitude of the nations. So as to Zion, whether it is in Judea or in Ephraim or Edom, we know that Zion's gematria, let's talk a little bit about gematrias. Zion's gematria, Zion in Hebrew, its gematria is 156, which is equivalent to the quantification of Joseph, Yosef. Now, moreover, it is identified with the word Pa'u, which is the name of the city of the last king of Edom in Genesis 36, verse 39. Now, this last king of Edom is called Hadar, which means goodliness or glory, which is the quality with which the firstborn ox is qualified by Moses in the blessings in Deuteronomy 33, where Joseph is called it is written, Joseph has the Hadar of the ox, of the firstborn ox. The Hadar means glory or goodliness, and that is the name of the last king of Edom. So we understand Zion as having a parallel city in Edom, which is also a qualification of Joseph. So we understand Zion, while literally it is understood that Judah is the house of Zion, that Zion is Jerusalem in Judah's part of the land, esoterically and spiritually we understand Zion to be located in Joseph's abode, that is Britain or Fule, which is why Zion is said to be in the Lateria Aquilonis, the Architetzafon, the sides of the north. Otherwise, Psalm 48 verse 2 would make no sense. So we understand Zion to be upon the north side, which is Joseph's. So to summarize this whole lecture, according to the Bible, the authentic location of Zion is the sides of the north, Architetzafon, or in Greek, Hyperborea. Now, Britain is identified with Hyperborea by a number of ancient historians, and the house of Joseph signifies the Israelite north and is identified with the Anglo-American domain. So all of these things connect into understanding the northern kingdom of Israel and the house of Joseph, which is connected with the golden calf and with the Gentile world, the multitude of the nations, all are culminated in the Yakitetafon, the sides of the north, which is the abode of the spiritual Zion. So this is the lecture. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.